I'm back with the rest of the review of my favorites for today, apart from lipsticks. Lipsticks I'm going to do within the next couple of days. It's going to be, I have to do proper selection process and then honest review. So I've just realized when I did my previous video on face and I was going to do nail stuff, I just want to mention 3 products which they have been my favorites and they become must-have. Something I can't do without. Obviously there are nail varnishes. Nail varnishes, I've got so many. I've got rid of so many. I still have about probably 70 or 80 left, various. I recently discovered OPI, or rediscovered it. I had it before many years ago. I stopped it and then for some reason it clicked again, and I thoroughly enjoy that Naughty or Ice. Very sort of wintry, though it could be summer as well, but I kind of associate it with frost, which we probably never have anyway. Storm is coming instead, but anyway, the must-haves for nails I have since I bought this Dior Apricot base. It has become my must-have. I've just repurchased another one because this is one that is running low. I also, and I'm not talking about nail varnishes here at all because they're different colors, they're different brands. There is a lot of Christian Dior and Chanel, Louboutin and OPI that I really enjoy. Some of them are really good Max Factor, really decent, and Essie, of course. Essie are very rich in range of colors, and I think they're fantastic. They really are. Some of them are much more interesting than some other luxury brands. But these ones, they are irrespective of what color you're wearing. They are, to me, must-haves. So Dior Apricot base, which I have noticed has improved my nails. It has. It's somehow, they're not sort of flaky anymore. I won't say they're harder, but they're just better. They're just better. Obviously, whatever they do it in there, it works. Another one I really like as a base is Yves Saint Laurent base coat, which is, I think it's called translucent. It's called a strengthening base coat. It for some reason it's got a number. It's got number 98 on it, and it's strengthening base coat. I haven't used much of it, but when I started using it, I've noticed that even when you put a few layers of nail varnish and you put gel finish coat on the top, it doesn't peel off. With Dior, when you have a quite thick layer, sometimes you just take it off like a plaster of, like a layer. This one holds it all together. For that reason, I like that also very much. So those are my really best and must-have nail products, as well as this. This has become totally, absolutely must-have. I can't do without it. I always use it on the top of any nail polish I'm using, because it adds extra shine. It gives you like a gel finish without them being a gel, and it also super dryer, quick dryer, so it's strengthening the whole and it enhancing the whole look. I strongly recommend that. If somebody doesn't still use top coat, this is top coat I absolutely strongly recommend. It costs about £7 on Amazon. So I've got one near my bedside, one in the bathroom, one here, one downstairs, and always have one spare one. So I always have like 4 or 5 on a go, and I can't run out of them, certainly not. They are very good, important. So now eyes and brows. I have I've done video in Russian, as you can see. I've got swatches already. So I think I start with eyeshadows. Eyeshadows I do have quite a lot. I do. There's some old ones. I quite like the ones I bought earlier this year, and some of them towards end of the year, and they still made my favorite. You're probably guessing what I'm talking about, but before I come to Dior, I'm going to show you what I like. Apart from that, I quite like Charlotte Darling palette because of the color. I quite like her palette of pops actually, which is in my other. I don't use it often, but I find the result absolutely beautiful. So here is Charlotte Darling. It's got everything you want for day look, for intense look, for pretty much any look, you want. So you got the shiny and matte colors, and the good combination of everything pretty much gives you a look. It's very good warm look for blue eyes, which makes the blue eyes pop. Green eyes, I'm not sure about brown, but probably. Anyway, so Charlotte Darling palette is quite good. I also very often I just reach for whatever I reach for, and I think instinctively you know that what you like, you get it, you're trying to take it. I quite like using this Double Indemnity, which has got a lovely that glittery black, which is similar to that. It's not. This is Charlotte Tilbury Black Diamond, but I just want to put the swatch here. It's a softer, but it's wet and dry formula as well. I never used it wet actually, but it's one of these I really like using on a daily basis. It's quite good for every day. The other two of Tom Ford, I very often reach to Nude Deep. Nude Deep is my very much day-to-day, everyday palette. You can do so many looks with that. You can do just subtle day look. The reason, and this is the palette, this is the reason I didn't buy First Frost this time. A lot of people told me that this fantastic formula is really good. I don't doubt it. I'm sure that formula is good. I think this is one of the palettes, one of the best Tom Ford ever created, or his team. I think it's got it just, you know, answers so many needs, and it's very versatile, and you can use it pretty much for so many in so many various ways. And you can make dramatic, you can make light day look, for summer morning or evening, winter evening. You can do whatever. It's really good for day to day, and I use it, and it seems like endless. I'm using it all the time, and it's not very it doesn't really disappear much. So this is my Nude Deep, which I really like, and another one which I bought this year. It's not a new palette. I only discovered it for myself this year, and I wish I had it earlier. It's Seductive Rose, and with Seductive Rose I always get such a beautiful subtle look. This is not the wet and dry formula. It's not a new one. I think it's been going on for years now, but these two colors, they make such a beautiful, tender, it's just beautiful look. And the way it looks on the skin, the way it sits forever, it doesn't move, it's just, you have that really nice, there is some miracle around it somehow. I really love this palette. I absolutely love it. So these are my Tom Ford Charlotte Tilbury. There is another one by Charlotte Tilbury which I haven't got here. I did mention it. It's palette of pops. Palette of pops, Pillow Talk. And there are Dior ones as well. Dior I always like, and I have a third time I'm buying the same navy design. I think it's number 7 or 8, which is like a basic palette. I really like it. I haven't started using the new one. I've got so many different ones, but from the new edition that I bought this year, you remember the YouTube literally exploded with Dior new formula palettes, those ones, and I bought 6, and from that 6 I totally love 4 of them, absolutely love. The other 2 are nice as well. It's just the colors are they're all very good. It's probably these ones I use more often, despite the fact that two of them are quite pronounced colors. They're really pigmented colors. So let's start from the most subtle one, probably. Soft Cashmere. I remember somebody said that didn't like formula at all, specifically on Soft Cashmere. I absolutely love it. It works so well for me. It's beautiful, quite similar to Nude Deep actually, but I think they're still slightly different in how they apply. And I've noticed, yeah, I was sniffing it one day, and I've noticed I can feel a smell of sunflower oil here. Maybe they've got something there, I don't know, but it sits really, really well. So this is Soft Cashmere. So that's maybe one of the most neutral. There is a nude dress as well, it's beautiful, slightly lighter, but so beautiful. This is Tutu. I also absolutely love. It's in my favorite ones. I used it a little bit, few times, not many, but I just love using that. And to me, it's a soft cashmere, just a cooler version of that. I absolutely love this denim. Denim is so beautiful. I didn't use it much because it's quite an intense color. You really need to be careful with this pigment. It's quite strong, so applying it and using various techniques and using very light application, you can do that. But you can, if you know you need to go like magnum extra, then you can use it as a wet formula as well, and that gives you extra pigment, and it's really nice, like nighttime. Beautiful palette. And another one is certainly Black Bow. Black Bow is one of the most beautiful palettes I ever had. It's the combination of silver, dark gray, this black is really beautiful. All of them are absolutely stunning, and there's so many looks you can make with that. So those are my palettes, those are my favorites. I've got probably about more, I don't know how many, I don't even know how many palettes I've got. I need to go through all of them, and I promised the entire collection of Tom Ford, entire collection of Dior. Certainly I will do that with time. Now I want to move to brow and eyes. I didn't specifically do wet eyeliners, like you know, that like all of them, they're all the same pretty much. I have my favorite pencils here, and I want to talk to you why. Pencils, brow products and mascaras. So I need to kind of separate them into. Let's start with brow products. Brow products I did a separate video on back in, at some point in summertime, I think it was. Summertime, when it was kind of raised as a subject. For me, it's also important topic. I've got problems there. It's overdone. Brows, hair has been overdone. They don't grow very well at the end. So I do really need to spend time making them look a little bit more like human. And brow products for me are very important. Brow gels, I discovered this by Terry, which to me is beating all the previous ones I had before. Charlotte Tilbury isn't so bad. I kind of struggle with application, as it's very little there. So you really need to work a lot to build it up, to make it look nice. This is really beautiful, and the brush is very comfortable. Good size, and it's a good color. I think this is a good choice of colors as well. Mind you, Charlotte Tilbury also has quite good color range there, but I'm kind of not that hooked on that. What worked for me very well, and I discovered over years, is Benefit. Benefit, I bought previously number 2, which was too dark for me, but it actually has a massive stay on power. It does stay on, it doesn't smudge. It's really beautiful. It's like a paste, but very hard, like a solid paste. It's a really good product. So this one I bought is number 1, which is just right for me. A really good brush for styling, for, you know, for everything, for brushing. and for application. So I like that one. Then I think the of the pencils, my favorite probably is, there is a Laura Mercier one as well, which is actually very good as well. I need to include it into, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. It's quite good. Very good. I also like Anastasia Beverly Hills. ABH has got very good stain power, very comfortable, nicely done in terms of application. Color is suitable. I think I went for one of the lightest, and it also got really nice brush at the end, on the other end. So is Laura Mercier. So brow products, strange enough, I've got quite a few good ones. So I'm happy with them. Laura Mercier I've used quite a bit actually. Yeah. I also need to recommend this when you have patches and when you have problem with brows like I have. You can't not to have this. This is quite expensive for the amount of pencil that comes out. As you can see, it's quite, yeah, it's long, but it's very thin, very tiny. So for that amount, you really need to be careful. You can only take very tiny bit out so you don't break it. But the precision that it provides is absolutely superb. It really helps to define, to draw, to make them fuller, to make them nicer, to make them proper. So I always have to have that, though I kind of argue with myself sometimes and say it's so expensive, but it's a very good pencil. Dior Styler. And one of my little friend Givenchy is, this is like a pressed gel. It's like a pencil which you go over after you applied all your brow products, and it holds them together. It just holds, fixes, no worries, all day, perfectly fine. I need to buy another one. This one is running very low. So those are brows products. Now eyes. As you can probably notice, I've got some swatches here already. So eyeliners. I'm not going to talk about liquid eyeliners because they're pretty much the same. They're not bad, all of them. Actually, L'Oreal is very good. Bourjois is very good. Dior is very good. By Thierry is very good. They all are. It depends on the color. I want to talk about pencils. Pencils is something that I'm kind of searching in some ways, but on the other hand, I'm very content with what I have already. I've got quite a few here, but in my favorite pile you find a few. So I start with the one, I didn't include this in the Russian video for some reason, but it's quite nice pencil. It's dark gray Lancome, which is very it's quite easy to apply. You can vary thickness of it and it stays on. It's a good dark gray pencil. When I'm fed up with black, I don't really wear black pencils so much. I tend to go for brown or gray or blue. So that's a pencil. I absolutely love Charlotte Tilbury pencils. I must admit, it's one of the things that she's done very well, like lipsticks and pencils. I've got 4 here as eyeliners. I think one of them is most used, actually always, all times, is classic brown called Audrey. I think it's just called classic. It's a powder-based pencil. So it's quite soft, but it stays on. It's got staying power. So I'm not sure how she's done it, but I keep purchasing this. This is, I absolutely, it's like that gel for my nails. I absolutely must have it. You can't do without this. This is another good brown pencil is Barbarian Brown, which is this. So those are swatches. This one was classic. You can see it's brown, softer a little bit. This one a little bit more intense. It's almost black. This is Barbarian Brown, a very dark brown. Really nice, intense. Also massive stain power. Really good one. This one is Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk is that warmer pencil here. A very stain on as well. Really powerful. Interesting color for her Pillow Talk or any warm makeup. In fact, I like those pencils. They're very, very good. She's done very well with pencils. I've got two more classic ones, and I've got Barbarian Brown and Dior 984, I think it is 984, is my favorite of all times. And this one is, I think it's Midnight. It's dark blue, basically that one. Yeah, is that. It's got a tiny, tiny bit of glitter there. Tiny, tiny. It's like shimmer, really. Very soft as well. So those are Charlotte Tilbury ones. Another Charlotte Tilbury, which I absolutely love, and I always repurchase it, is my, I don't know how many I had. Quite a few of those. This is Black Diamond. Color Chameleon. You cannot, you can see I've done this a couple of hours ago. You cannot move it. It doesn't move, really. It stays on. It's like it doesn't transfer, really. To be honest, it's clean. So Color Chameleon, fantastic stuff. The only thing is you really have to work very quick with this. So if you do eyeliner and if something goes wrong, you really need to fix it quite straight away, because then it goes, it just fixes it and it doesn't move. I also quite like this MAC. MAC is so much cheaper than others. For example, these two, £32 each, and I think this is 16, is like half price. It's a very nice working pencil. It's got good stain on. It's like a stain. Can't remember where I did it actually. It's quite easy to use. Really nice. You can do it thicker. You can do it thinner. It's a good I won't say they're not smudgy. They're smudge proof. The only smudge proof pencil ever is that Color Chameleon. Is the only one, and you've got variety of colors. There are choices, so you can use that. But nice, good pencil. And two more are the Tom Ford. Tom Ford are incredibly long-lasting. They are very, very good. I think sometimes it's worth spending more for that. I generally don't like these so-called automatic pencils because they break. This is quite long, as you can see. It's quite decent. This is a new one. I think this one is espresso I bought, and the other one was whatever it was called, Brazilian or something, which is also quite dark. That's it. I'm done with this. Now it's finished. A very nice, really nice stain. It doesn't move, doesn't smudge. I did 7-hour test earlier this year. I had compared Dior, is it 594 I think number, and that. So and this was a winner. My massive disappointment with Dior this year, and I already emailed them and I'm going to return it, is this pencil, which is the newly edited. It's one of the worst things I ever bought at all, and this is certainly the worst thing Dior ever produced. I don't know how they can produce it, how they can call it intense color. It just doesn't draw at all. It just doesn't. So it says intense color. You saw me applying others like MAC or others. Look at that. It just doesn't. It just doesn't draw. And I press. It just doesn't draw at all. So how they've done it, how can they sell it for £22? I don't know. I'm returning it for whatever, expertise, whatever. Quite like this pencil. This is Dolce Gabbana number 1. It's called number 1. It's got absolutely beautiful, stunning bronzer. I've got 2 more of this. You can see the bronze is kind of like reflection there. So a really nice pencil as well. Well, it's easy to draw, easy to use. It doesn't really stretch much. Can't really see much what I'm doing. I'm just looking at the camera, but it's got nice bronze shimmer to it, so you can see that. Here we go. So these are pencils, and the last thing to talk about today is mascara. I had For many years I had Chanel. For many years I also had Dior. And Dior, I moved from one to another. They all lovely. They all absolutely lovely. Then for some time I had Trish McEvoy. Interesting concept of her. I didn't particularly buy into it. I don't know. It didn't stay with me. And then Charlotte Tilbury, Full Fat Lashes. I think is absolutely fantastic mascara. Is brilliant. Her legendary lashes, whatever they did different, didn't work. Neither first or second. I think both editions are absolute rubbish. But I think she'll be probably better off just doing one mascara, something like Full Fat Lashes. And then last year, you might remember, I had a video where I was comparing two, Dior Show and Charlotte Tilbury. Very similar in application, in how they look and how they make your eyes. Dior, I found, was better a little bit. I still like both of them. I still have one new Full Fat Lashes that came with the gift, I think. It's really good mascara, brilliant mascara. And then By Thierry came along, and By Thierry was most recent. I didn't buy it. They sent it as a gift. They did have some others. They did send out in gift those. It's like a growth boost. They've got some treatment in there. It's a good mascara as well, actually. But this one is absolute champion. It's better than Chanel. It's better than Dior. It's better than any of them I ever had. It's absolutely beautiful mascara. They've got everything right here. The actual brush itself, right? So it does look big, but it actually is just long. And then you twist it, and you can see it's kind of like moves like that. And diagonal, this spiral, this like a spring almost, it creates this volume. It's absolutely stunning. I love it. I really love this mascara. So this is in my favorites this year, alongside with Dior. I'm still committed. They need to sort out this pencil, because this pencil is crap. So this is my review of this year favorites. Apart from, obviously, I don't include skincare. I didn't include nail varnishes as such, because there are so many I love and it will take all day. And lipsticks, which probably will take me actually all day, but I have to do it. I have to go through them. They are in different like sets. Like this is one of, I'll show you. This is one of my sets which I have. It's like stand. And this is only part of it. I've got about 3 or 4 of those. I need to go through my brand, and I think I might just do them. My favorite nude lipsticks, my favorite pink lipsticks. I don't really wear red as such. I don't wear brown. I have unfortunate experience with Pat McGrath. They are not bad when they go on a pale, like really pale, like this Kiko, for example, really pale base. And then Pat McGrath goes on a little bit okay, but they're certainly not in my favorite. They're not going to make my favorite, no way. So okay, I'm happy to wrap up now, and I see you all again very soon. Have a good evening. Bye. Really quick on this pencils. I just went to wash my hands, and those are swatches that's still not coming off. They are Charlotte Tilbury pencils. This is Pillow Talk. This was that blue, dark blue, Barbarian Brown and classic brown Audrey. Hot water and soap twice. Hot water and soap twice. I didn't scrub it through off like the others came off relatively easier. The most stubborn of those that now you still can see a bit there is Black Diamond Color Chameleon, Charlotte Tilbury as well, but those are eyeliners, so this is what you want from eyeliners. This is what you want. Charlotte Tilbury. I didn't do swatches on Tom Ford. I don't think I did swatches here on Tom Ford actually. That's worth noticing as well. They're very good. So this is just, I wanted to make you aware. So I have to take micellar water probably and something like that and take it off.